The human brain is an amazing tool that has shaped our world from its beginning to its present. Technologies that help us communicate with people around the world and travel around the world have been fundamental to creating this beautiful modern world. However, the production of these technologies is simultaneously destroying the planet. The technologies that were just shown are a part of the primary sources of greenhouse gas emissions in the US. Electrical production was about 25% of 2019 greenhouse gas emissions, and the usage of transportation was about 29%. As we continue to advance and rely on technologies, these percentages will only increase and destroy our planet. As the ruling creatures of the earth, we have the responsibility of making sure that our planet continues to thrive. But how are we going to do that? It all starts with education. If we can create brilliant technologies, then we can use them to educate people about one of the biggest threats to humankind and create impactful solutions. This will be made possible if all schools around the world start to implement climate change curricula and a budget to make sure that teachers get the necessary training that will help them educate their students. While it may be difficult for specific schools and countries to provide for a climate education, the more schools that are able to allocate the resources, the more change that will be made. Climate literacy is essential for students to learn about the climate crisis and take action. This education has to happen at an early age. According to research conducted by scientists, if 16% of high school students in high and middle income countries were to receive climate change education, we could see a nearly 19 gigaton reduction of carbon dioxide by 2050. Education will also empower women to start implementing solutions to a crisis that they are most affected by, especially women of color. According to Brookings Education, by educating women and the 132 million out-of-school girls globally, there will be an 85 gigaton reduction of carbon dioxide by 2050. Education is an adaptation strategy that will save lives. Multiple people are impacted by natural disasters that are exacerbated by climate change, such as hurricanes and wildfires. This education will also be giving disadvantaged communities a voice that they did not have before. These communities have barely contributed to the climate crisis, and it is only just that they also receive an education that will transform their lives and the lives around them. Not only will it be beneficial to learn about climate change in general, but it will also help people understand many other intersectionalities within the climate crisis, such as climate injustice. In order to educate more students on climate change, I started a global climate literacy program called Students for Environmental Education and Discovery in 2019. SEED has created curricula that talks about various impacts of climate change around the world. By specifying the curricula on specific climate aspects, students will receive a well-rounded climate education. SEED's curricula on the general impacts of climate change has already been accepted by Miami-Dade County Public Schools and is a part of their Earth Day curriculum. 150 students have been taught at multiple locations, including a school in Togo, Africa. A companion app is also being developed so students can learn on the go. States such as New Jersey have also started to incorporate climate change education into their schools. Additional organizations whose goal is to promote climate literacy are the CLEO Institute and Sunrise Movement. These organizations have been making local and national strides in developing a climate education for students. Visualize a world where 100% of people, regardless of race, gender, sexual orientation, and age, receive a climate education. This world will be filled with generations of people who are able to tackle the climate crisis with the right tools. So when will you start learning about climate change and educating others?